Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that has the power to change the course of your life. Patience. Not just any patience, but the kind that transforms trials into triumphs, the kind that turns challenges into stepping stones, and the kind that Islam teaches us as a divine principle. You see, patience is not just waiting. It's active endurance. It's a state of inner power that keeps you moving forward even when the world feels heavy. Every struggle, every delay, every challenge you face is an opportunity, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. In the teachings of Islam, patience is not a passive act. It is a strategy, a tool to conquer fear, anger, and despair. The Quran tells us that Allah is with those who are patient. This means that patience connects you to something greater, something beyond your immediate struggles. Imagine facing setbacks, failures, or disappointments. Now imagine approaching them not with frustration, but with calm determination, with faith, and with focus. That is the power of patience. It's not about losing time, it's about investing in yourself and your destiny. Patience trains your mind to endure, your heart to trust, and your spirit to rise. It gives you clarity when chaos surrounds you, and it grants you strength when weakness knocks at your door. And here's the truth. Every success story you've ever admired, every life that inspires you was built on patience. So I challenge you today, embrace patience as a daily practice. Use it as your weapon against despair, your compass in decision-making, and your bridge over adversity. When you master patience, you master your destiny. And when you master your destiny, you unleash a life of fulfillment, purpose, and unstoppable momentum. Remember, patience is not weakness. Patience is your power. It is the secret that turns ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. And the moment you truly understand this, nothing can hold you back. Patience is often misunderstood as mere waiting, sitting idle while life unfolds around you. But true patience is far from passive. It is an active, deliberate choice to maintain composure, focus, and purpose, even when circumstances are challenging. It requires constant self-discipline, a steady mind, and a heart that refuses to be swayed by frustration or despair. Every moment you exercise patience, you are consciously training your mind to respond with wisdom rather than reaction, with calm rather than chaos. This form of patience is a skill that grows stronger the more it is practiced, much like a muscle that develops through consistent effort and resistance. Active patience is about engaging with life rather than retreating from it. It means facing challenges head-on without letting negativity or haste dictate your decisions. When a situation tests your limits, patience allows you to pause, observe, and assess before taking action. It is not a surrender to circumstances. It is a deliberate alignment of your mind, body, and spirit to endure while remaining proactive. For example, when pursuing a long-term goal, impatience can lead to rash decisions or abandoning the path entirely. Active patience, on the other hand, encourages measured steps, thoughtful reflection, and persistent effort, even when immediate results are not visible. Another aspect of active patience is its inner work. It requires constant self-awareness and emotional regulation. You have to recognize the impulses to react impulsively, anger, anxiety, or frustration, and consciously choose a calmer, more deliberate response. This is not easy, and it is rarely convenient. It is a daily battle between immediate gratification and long-term growth. Yet, every time you choose patience, you reinforce your capacity for resilience. It is presented as a pathway not only to enduring temporary difficulties, but also to achieving eternal fulfillment and divine favor. This perspective transforms patience from a passive act of waiting into an empowered spiritual practice, one that integrates faith, perseverance, and conscious action to navigate life with purpose and trust in Allah's wisdom. Patience has a unique power. It allows us to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. When difficulties arise, the natural instinct is often to resist, complain, or rush toward a solution without thinking. However, patience shifts this perspective. Instead of reacting impulsively, it encourages reflection, understanding, and strategic action. By enduring challenges with a calm and focused mind, we can uncover lessons and insights that would otherwise remain hidden. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, a chance to build resilience, and a doorway to personal evolution. When we approach life with patience, even failure takes on a new meaning. A delayed result, a rejection, or an unforeseen difficulty is no longer simply a loss. It becomes feedback, a signal pointing us toward growth, improvement, and refinement. Patience allows us to step back and ask, what is this teaching me? How can I use this experience to become stronger, wiser, and better prepared? In this way, patience transforms every challenge into a practical lesson and every obstacle into a blueprint for future success. Patience also fosters creativity and innovation in problem solving. When we are rushed or impatient, our thinking becomes narrow, reactive, and constrained by stress. But patience provides space to analyze, plan, and imagine new solutions. It encourages strategic thinking, experimentation, and calculated action. By embracing patience, we learn to approach challenges with an open mind, exploring multiple paths to overcome difficulty and turn adversity into opportunity. What once seemed like a roadblock becomes a chance to discover possibilities we might never have considered under pressure. Moreover, patience strengthens emotional intelligence and self-mastery in the face of challenges. Difficult situations often trigger frustration, anger, or anxiety, which can cloud judgment and lead to poor decisions. Patience allows us to regulate our emotions, maintain clarity, and respond with wisdom rather than impulsivity. It equips us to handle criticism, setbacks, and uncertainty gracefully. This emotional control not only transforms challenges into opportunities, but also enhances our relationships, our leadership, and our ability to inspire others through calm, deliberate action. Finally, patience transforms challenges into opportunities by cultivating a long-term perspective. Immediate discomfort or delay often feels overwhelming, but patience trains the mind to look beyond the present moment. It allows us to see the bigger picture, to recognize that temporary hardships are part of a journey toward lasting success and fulfillment. By enduring and navigating challenges patiently, we gain insight, experience, and strength that cannot be achieved through shortcuts or impulsive decisions. Patience, in essence, converts every obstacle into a catalyst for growth, preparing us for greater achievements and deeper wisdom. Patience is more than just a personal virtue. It is a bridge that connects us to a higher power. In Islam, practicing patience is a form of submission to Allah's will and a recognition that there is divine wisdom behind every situation. And when we exercise patience during trials, delays, or uncertainties, we are not merely waiting passively. We are actively aligning ourselves with a greater plan, one that may not be immediately visible, but carries ultimate purpose. This connection gives patience its profound depth and spiritual power, transforming it from a human effort into a divine partnership. Through patience, we cultivate trust in Allah's timing. Life often presents challenges at moments when we feel least prepared, and outcomes rarely follow the exact path we desire. Without patience, we may try to force results, act impulsively, or abandon our goals out of frustration. Patience allows us to accept that everything unfolds according to divine timing, giving us the clarity and calmness needed to make the right decisions while staying aligned with Allah's plan. This perspective frees us from anxiety over what we cannot control, and it instills confidence that perseverance will eventually bring the right opportunities. Patience also deepens spiritual awareness and connection. By enduring difficulties with faith and composure, we become more attuned to Allah's guidance in our lives. This heightened spiritual sensitivity helps us recognize signs, opportunities, and lessons that may otherwise go unnoticed. When we pause, reflect, and trust in divine wisdom, we allow the universe to guide us toward outcomes that are beneficial, meaningful, and aligned with our higher purpose. In this way, patience is not just a coping mechanism, it is an active engagement with the divine presence in every moment. Another important aspect of patience in connecting with Allah is its role in strengthening faith under pressure. Life's challenges often test our beliefs, resolve, and values. In these moments, patience becomes a demonstration of faith, a practical act of trust in divine wisdom. By choosing to remain patient, we reinforce our spiritual foundation, showing that our commitment to Allah is not dependent on comfort or convenience. This steadfastness not only nurtures inner strength, but also elevates our character, preparing us to face future trials with greater courage and clarity. Finally, patience fosters a sense of peace and surrender that aligns with divine will. When we accept that some things are beyond our control and trust in Allah's wisdom, we experience a unique form of calm, a serenity that persists even in the midst of challenges. This spiritual alignment allows us to act with intention, respond thoughtfully, and navigate life's uncertainties without fear or desperation. Patience becomes a conduit through which divine guidance flows into our decisions, actions, and mindset, enabling us to move confidently along the path that has been divinely set for us. Patience is the cornerstone of resilience, the inner strength that allows us to withstand life's challenges without breaking. Every setback, failure, or unexpected difficulty tests not only our abilities, but also our emotional endurance. When we approach these moments with patience, we train our minds to remain steady and our spirits to stay unshaken. This is not a passive endurance. It is an active cultivation of mental fortitude. Each time we pause, breathe, and respond deliberately rather than impulsively, we reinforce our capacity to face greater challenges in the future. Patience becomes the shield that strengthens resilience, enabling us to navigate turbulence with confidence. Resilience built through patience also enhances adaptability. Life rarely unfolds according to our plans, and unexpected obstacles can easily derail those who react hastily. Patience, however, encourages us to observe, analyze, and adjust without panic. By practicing patience, we learn to shift perspectives, consider alternatives, and develop creative solutions to problems. This ability to adapt in the face of difficulty is a hallmark of resilient individuals. It allows us to turn potentially destructive events into opportunities for learning, growth, and transformation. Patience is the mindset that converts setbacks into stepping stones. Another crucial aspect of resilience through patience is emotional stability. Setbacks often provoke strong emotions: frustration, disappointment, fear, or anger. Without patience, these emotions can cloud judgment and drive impulsive actions that worsen situations. Practicing patience trains the mind to regulate emotions, remain calm under pressure, and maintain clarity of thought. Over time, this consistent control over emotional responses strengthens the spirit, allowing individuals to approach challenges with poise and focus rather than chaos and despair. Emotional resilience, cultivated through patience, becomes an enduring asset that supports success in every area of life. Patience also fosters long-term perseverance, a critical component of resilience. Life's most meaningful goals are rarely achieved quickly. They require sustained effort, repeated failure, and the ability to endure setbacks. Patience enables individuals to maintain motivation and determination over time, even when progress seems slow or invisible. By understanding that true growth and achievement come through persistent effort and measured endurance, we develop the resilience to continue forward despite difficulties. Patience ensures that each setback does not become a stopping point, but a learning experience that fuels the journey ahead. Finally, resilience gained through patience strengthens self-confidence and inner trust. Each time we face challenges calmly, respond thoughtfully, and overcome obstacles, we build proof for ourselves that we are capable of handling adversity. This repeated practice cultivates an unshakable belief in our abilities, reinforcing the mind and spirit with experience and wisdom. Patience transforms challenges into a training ground for mental toughness, emotional endurance, and spiritual strength. The more we practice it, the more resilient we become, and the more equipped we are to face life with courage, clarity, and unwavering determination. Patience is not merely a virtue. It is a powerful strategy for achieving success. In a world that often celebrates instant results and quick fixes, those who practice patience gain a critical advantage. They understand that lasting success rarely comes from rushing or forcing outcomes. By exercising patience, we create the mental and emotional space necessary to make wise decisions, plan strategically, and act deliberately. Success is rarely a sprint. It is a process that requires timing, consistency, and a steady mindset, all of which are cultivated through patient action. One of the key ways patience functions as a strategy is by allowing focus under pressure. Life is full of high-stakes situations, unexpected setbacks, and moments that test our composure. Impatience in these moments can lead to rushed decisions, mistakes, and missed opportunities. Patience, however, keeps the mind clear and the attention sharp. It provides the ability to assess situations calmly, weigh options carefully, and take action when the timing is optimal. In this way, patience is not passive waiting. It is a calculated approach to achieving goals despite stress and uncertainty. Patience also enables long-term planning and consistency, which are essential components of success. Many people abandon their goals because immediate results are not visible, or temporary obstacles make the journey seem impossible. By practicing patience, we train ourselves to stay committed to our plans, adapt when necessary, and continue putting in consistent effort, even when progress is slow. Every small step taken patiently contributes to a larger outcome, reinforcing the principle that success is built through endurance, persistence, and steady action over time. Another important element is that patience helps manage risks and avoid impulsive mistakes. Quick decisions made out of frustration, fear, or haste often lead to setbacks or failure. Patience allows us to pause, evaluate the situation, and respond with intelligence and strategy. It gives us the clarity to separate emotion from reason and the wisdom to make choices that align with long-term goals. In this way, patience serves as a tactical advantage, reducing errors while maximizing the potential for success. Finally, patience as a strategy for success cultivates resilience and confidence in decision-making. When we act with patience, we trust that our efforts, guided by careful thought and planning, will yield results in due time. This trust strengthens our resolve, reduces anxiety, and enhances our ability to perform under pressure. The more we practice patience in pursuing our goals, the more equipped we become to handle challenges strategically, maintain focus under stress, and consistently move toward success with purpose and precision. Patience is a powerful tool for achieving clarity in times of chaos. When life becomes overwhelming, whether due to unexpected challenges, stressful deadlines, or personal struggles, our minds can become clouded with anxiety and confusion. Impulsive reactions often exacerbate the situation, leading to poor decisions and unnecessary mistakes. Patience, however, provides the mental space to step back, pause, and assess the circumstances objectively. By slowing down and approaching problems deliberately, we gain the clarity needed to identify what truly matters and to determine the best path forward. One of the key benefits of patience is its ability to separate emotion from rational thought. Chaos and uncertainty tend to trigger emotional reactions, fear, anger, frustration, that can distort perception. Patience allows us to regulate these emotions, creating a calm state of mind in which reason can prevail. In this calm state, decisions are not dictated by temporary stress, but guided by thoughtful analysis and long-term vision. This separation of emotion and logic is essential for making choices that lead to sustainable success, rather than short-lived solutions. Patience also encourages a methodical approach to problem solving. When we are patient, we resist the urge to rush through challenges or take shortcuts that may create more problems in the long run. Instead, we carefully evaluate all available options, consider potential consequences, and develop well-informed strategies. This approach not only minimizes errors, but also increases efficiency and effectiveness in achieving desired outcomes. By exercising patience, we learn to navigate complexity with precision and confidence, turning confusion into actionable insight and achievement. Another critical aspect of clarity through patience is the ability to prioritize effectively. Life often presents multiple challenges at once, each competing for attention and energy. Impatience can lead to scattered focus, wasted effort, or chasing the wrong goals. Patience, however, allows us to pause and determine which issues require immediate attention and which can be addressed over time. By creating this mental order, we reduce overwhelm, improve productivity, and make decisions that are aligned with our core values and long-term objectives. Finally, patience enhances perspective and foresight, both of which are vital for sound decision-making. By stepping back and waiting calmly before reacting, we gain the ability to see the bigger picture, consider potential outcomes, and anticipate challenges that might not be obvious in the heat of the moment. This perspective enables us to respond proactively rather than reactively, making choices that are strategic, thoughtful, and effective. Patience, therefore, is not just a passive virtue. It is a dynamic practice that sharpens our mind, empowers our judgment, and transforms chaotic situations into opportunities for clarity and decisive action. So today, I challenge you to embrace patience, not as a passive waiting, but as an active force that transforms your life. Remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity. Every setback is a lesson, and every delay is part of a greater plan. By practicing patience, you connect with a higher wisdom, strengthen your resilience, sharpen your focus, and gain clarity that guides every decision you make. Let patience become your strategy, your mindset, and your daily practice. Let it guide your actions, shape your character, and fuel your pursuit of success. When you master patience, you no longer fear the storms of life. You navigate them with confidence, grace, and unstoppable momentum. And as you move forward, remember this. True growth, fulfillment, and achievement are not measured by how fast you arrive, but by how steadfastly you endure, how wisely you act, and how faithfully you trust the process. Girls, embrace patience, and you will unlock the power to transform your challenges into triumphs, your dreams into reality, and your life into a legacy of strength, purpose, and unwavering faith.